to hop on here for a couple quick minutes and just talk Songbird, because I think a lot of people are missing out on what Songbird is and the true utility. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. I had to close the door. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. So first of all, I don't think a lot of people understand the utility that Songbird brings to the table. So I was claiming and wrapping and delegating, and then I went into the collateral pool of Fassets. And of course there's emissions. So I want to take just a couple quick seconds to talk about this. First of all, when you have Songbird, you obviously get the FTSO delegation rewards. You also can take those Songbird tokens, unwrap them, and go into the Fasset protocol, and you can provide collateral. And here's the cheat code with your Songbird as collateral for Fassets. When you provide it for collateral for Fassets, you earn that crypto. So right now I'm earning XRP in the form of FXRP. I'm also earning rFLR from the emissions program. And I'm going to do a deep dive on the rFLR emissions program, because I think a lot of the community members do not understand or do not realize that rFLR is a tremendous opportunity to level up, tremendous opportunity to go horizontal with your growth. But with my Songbird tokens, I use them as collateral. I'm getting paid the FXRP. I'm also getting paid rFLR, which is Flare tokens essentially, and reward Flare tokens from the emission program. Right now there's 2 billion rFLR tokens up for engagement, reward incentive for engaging in the ecosystem in Fassets with the XRP on set, as well as the other LP pools that are out there right now. So because I'm providing collateral, every 2 weeks I'm earning rFLR, which is free Flare. That free Flare, of course, releases every month. You got to be in it 12 months in order to get 100% of it, but essentially every month I'm unlocking some of that free rFLR. So you got to understand that if you've got an SGB token right now, it's earning you, of course, you could go the route of just delegation rewards and earn, that inflation from FTSO delegation, but you also can be using it as collateral instead, and as collateral, you're going to earn your tokens. This is a time to be capitalizing and using all of your opportunities to earn Flare. Like there's going to be a time when we're not going to be able to earn free Flare. We're going to have to buy it. So right now is a perfect time and a perfect opportunity to be capitalizing on the free Flare that's out there through the rFLR program. So I would highly suggest you give a second thought to the utility of the SGB token. There's a lot of utility with the SGB token, quite a bit, as a matter of fact. A token that you can use in the Fasset collateral system and earn XRP, which we all know XRP is a highly valued and will continue to be a highly valued token, but you're also going to now be earning Flare. So you've got one token SGB that's going to earn you Flare and XRP. That's utility, guys. That's utility, and I don't even have to sell the token. So that's all I got. I'm out. I appreciate you guys liking, subscribing, and sharing. And I also appreciate all your comments and your questions. Let me know what questions you have. But my objective is to make sure that you understand SGB has utility, Fasset has utility, and if you can earn free Flare tokens, why not? Why not if you can earn free Flare tokens? Let me see, I've got some people on there. Hey, how you doing? Satoru, yes, beautiful day indeed. Beautiful day indeed. Thanks for joining, Satoru, thanks for joining. I was just talking about Songbird, and I think Songbird is a sleeping giant. Think about it, it's under a penny right now. I got a token that's under a penny that gives me the ability to earn FXRP and Flare. That's a cheat code, think about it. FXRP and Flare through a Songbird token that's under 1 penny right now. I think it's 0.0062 cents right now. So it's less than a penny, and yet it's yielding me FXRP and it's yielding me Flare tokens through the Flare emission program. So people will eventually wake up to the fact that Songbird is it's a 9 billion really in circulation token, 15 billion total, but 9 billion in circulation. It's a cheat code right now, and a no-brainer really. Thanks for all you do. Hey, how we doing, Tim? Yes, definitely, Tim. Dig into how to utilize it. That's what I was talking about. Like right now, you can earn by delegating your Songbird tokens, your wrap Songbird tokens to the FTSO, you know, and you can earn, I think it's about probably 3 to 5%, I think right now is the inflation yields coming off of that. And I've got a video that says how to choose the best FTSO. Go look at that video. It'll show you the links in the description as to where you can go look at those different sites, and you can make sure that I won't get any more calls. So yeah, if you haven't seen that video on FTSO delegations, do that. But I know you said other than that. So here's the other than that portion. That's kind of why I'm on here. Go to the Fassets Oracle protocol, and you can provide collateral into one of those pools. By providing collateral into that pool, you're going to be earning XRP and Flare through the Flare emissions program. Right now, anybody that's providing collateral is not only getting paid in XRP through the XRP token, you're also getting paid rFLR emissions every month. It's twice a month, actually, twice a month. And I'm getting ready to, I'll do another video and do another post and show that that rFLR reward that I got for participating in Songbird Fassets on the Flare portal. So so definitely, you know, you should be, you know, if you got some extra Songbird and right now they're under a penny, you should be providing collateral. You should be providing collateral because that's going to give you free Flare. So you're earning free Flare because you own Songbird and you're providing it in the Facet protocol. It's a no-brainer to me. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Mac Citizen. Hey, I'm glad you came. I'm glad Crypto Seeds, my guy Crypto Seeds, sent you my way. That's my guy. That guy is fantastic, man. He's awesome. Extremely knowledgeable, highly intelligent, and really understands the space. And I love his perspective. I appreciate you sharing and coming over, Citizen, for sure. Thanks so much. C-Jack, you know, hey, listen, it is, you know, listen, you can start with any amount. You can start with any amount. My suggestion is to start, you know, right now, Songbird is 0.0062, I think. It's less than a penny. So you can start with any amount because any amount is going to start earning you fees, which are going to be paid out in the form of XRP. And because you're participating in the Songbird collateral pools, you're going to be earning rFLR. So you're going to be earning free Flare. So to me, it's a no-brainer. Like literally is a no-brainer to be providing collateral on the Songbird Facet. And, you know, and think about this. V1.2 just went live, you know, and right now, like nobody is redeeming. Everyone is minted up the cap on Songbird for XRP. So once people start redeeming the FXRP, once they start redeeming, the fees are going to be, they're going to go through the roof. And so anybody who's providing collateral is going to earn more rFLR. They're going to earn more fees, which is XRP. So to me, it's a no-brainer. Like just start, just get in. You're not going to, I don't think you can really lose, right? Songbird is probably one of the lowest price tokens it's been in quite some time. So it's not going to stay under a penny. Come on, it's not going to stay under a penny. You got to think about that. And there's still BTC coming. There's still XLM coming. There's still Doge coming. So all of those are going to come through Songbird. So Songbird is to me is a cheat code right now. And it's not financial advice. I'm just documenting what I'm doing, what's on my mind. As you guys know, I just get up and share what I'm thinking about because I'm always thinking Flare and Songbird because I'm really hyped about it. So Kojak, you know, listen, anywhere is a good place to start. And you know what? For under a penny, I'd accumulate as much as you can get. You know, okay, what do we got here? We got Tim. Yep, you just did to AU. Okay, there you go. AU agent I have been in since day one. Tim, that's a great collateral pick for the pool. I've been with AU agent since day one. When they were the lowest ranked one, now it looks like they're pretty much from a TVL, almost one of the top ones. And they've been paying out some great fees. You know, since I've been in, I've never pulled it out. That's the other thing. If you understand that collateral providing system, you know, I don't pull it out. Like as long as that's why I made a good decision on who to pick, because I don't want to pull that out because then it diminishes how much I'm going to get. So you know, think of it like this: Songbird is a savings account that brings you XRP and Flare tokens. That's how I look at it. You know what I mean? I've got a token that I'm going to provide that collateral, and I'm going to be getting Flare and XRP tokens for just providing that collateral. to me, that's a cheat code. There's really no way to do it better for Songbird. So a lot of people don't know about the utility that SGB, the token, provides. So I want to start talking more about that and make sure that people understand that this is an opportunity really to stock up on Songbird tokens, go into the Fassets collateral system and earn free Flare and free XRP. Again, no brainer, no brainer. Tim tried to get lots, but could not today. It looks like they increased the cap. Oh, okay. Good. So, Tim, were you able to get some lots? Were you able to mint some lots on XRP on Songbird? Because I know that cap has been hit since day one. So, were you able to get to mint? Ah, right on, Tim. Right on. Good for you, my man. Good for you. So, so when you mint and redeem, what's supposed to be happening is people are supposed to be minting and then redeeming, because when it's at the cap, that's when you're going to be earning rFLR rewards as well. So you also can earn free Flare for minting and redeeming your FXRP. And a lot of people, XRP, we're hodlers. Like, we don't believe in selling XRP. Well, in this case, in that Fasset protocol, you actually have a potential to be rewarded the more you're minting and redeeming. It's a lottery system. So the more you mint and redeem, you start earning tickets. And those tickets, you go into the lottery system, and if you're selected, I think it's the top 30 or 20 or something like that. I haven't done it in a while. But you also then are rewarded Flare tokens for that, rFLR tokens for that. So if you look at the screenshots I put in the portal that shows all of my emissions, you'll note a lot of those came from minting and redeeming, of course, providing Songbird collateral. And that's why I think I need to do another deep dive on Songbird, on emissions, because I don't think a lot of our fam know how that works. You know what I mean? I just don't think a lot of them know how it works. Tim, redeem is like when it's max and max cap, that's the time to redeem. The time to redeem is when it's at its max cap. And the way you gain that is you got to be able to do it multiple times. So people don't understand that they should be minting and redeeming, and by doing that, instead of just hodling, they have a chance to earn the free Flare. So if you can get in and mint, and then hey, it's capped off, I'd wait a couple hours or whatever, and then redeem, and then if you can get back in and mint again and then redeem, the more times you mint and redeem, the more lottery tickets you get in order to be able to be selected for the rFLR emissions rewards for minting and redeeming. We're supposed to be minting and redeeming, not minting and hodling. But again, the our XRP family, we're hodlers. We ain't selling nothing. But that's why Flare has the reward program for minting and redeeming. So that's what those tickets are. And you'll see the tickets in your Flare Asset portal. You'll see it in there next to mint and redeem. You'll see how many tickets you've got once you actually redeem. You'll see it. It'll pop up. Cool. All right. Any other questions? Hey, thanks, Tim. Yeah, the backdrop is nice, man. This is beautiful. I'm down in Puerto Rico, and I figured I needed a break. I was working, so I figured I needed a break. I'd jump outside and do a quick live on Songbird and talk a little bit about it, because it's been on my mind. Every time I go in and I start looking at how much FXRP I'm earning for providing collateral. Every time I go to emissions, like it just popped up today or yesterday, where I can now go in and claim my Fassets reward emissions. Every time I think that, I think about, man, SGB has some significant utility we don't know, and it's dirt cheap right now, dirt cheap. So I thought, let me jump on and do a quick video and push it out there for the family, and then we'll be here to do some more. So I'm working on a deep dive on emissions, because again, emissions is just free Flare. And how do you earn free Flare? Well, think about it. 2 billion tokens is what's been allocated for the Fasset and the participation in the ecosystem. 2 billion Flare tokens. And, just for participating in collateral, just for participating in, LP pools, Kinetic, SparkDex, BlazeSwap, Enosis, we're getting free Flare just for participating in that. Providing collateral, you're getting, not only are you getting free Flare, but you're getting free XRP. So, I want to do another deep dive as well on emissions, because that's Flare is all about participating in the ecosystem. And I don't think enough people understand, like, this is a way to earn more free Flare. We're talking about a time, if we think back to when XRP first came out, there was times when they were giving away XRP. There was times when they were giving away XRP, and people capitalized on that. Well, we're here now with Flare. They're giving away free Flare for participation in the ecosystem, and there's risk-free participation. If you think about it, if you've got some money, you could just put it in USD, and you could go to SparkDex and go into a pool, or a Gnosis and go into an LP pool just with stable coins, and you're going to earn free Flare for that through the emissions program. So I don't think people really understand that. I see some people on Twitter talking about, I'm in stables while we're going in this bear market or in this dip. And, I reply back, I'm like, why don't you go into the stable LP pool and earn Flare? If you're going to beat stables, just go to the LP pools in SparkDex or Gnosis or Blaze Swap, and you can be earning Flare as well as sitting in your stable. So I don't think they understand that. But that's kind of the purpose of what I think, my role is to provide that insight and provide that education to kind of help people understand how to navigate this thing, because it's Flare and Songbird is an elephant, and you can't eat an elephant all at once. You got to eat it piece by piece. So, so I'm just trying to figure out ways to creatively and easily articulate, how we can participate, play, earn, and really grow our stack with Flare and Songbird. Is SGB going to be on Firelight? No. Someone asked that if Firelight would be building on the SGB protocol. No, right now it's going to solely be on Flare mainnet for Firelight. But you never know in the future what's going to happen. But for now, no, it is not. Yes, Gustavo. Yes, I'm live, my man. I'm live. Yes, this is my first true live. I tried to do one like last week, and the internet didn't participate, didn't cooperate with me. So, but ski mask. Hopefully, I answered that question. Horizontal growth. Exactly, Gustavo. Exactly. Horizontal growth. I don't know where and why I came up with that terminology, but that's just what comes to mind when I think about the participation rewards and how it yields more Flare. It's like, while we're waiting for Wind Moon, you stack. You keep stacking just by participating in all the free ways that you can earn Flare. Like, there's so many different ways of earning Flare with this rewards and emissions program. But like the word emissions, I think that may be part of the challenge, right? I don't think when I hear emissions, I don't think like I can be earning free of anything. You know what I mean? So I think that word is part of the challenge of people to really grasp. I think if it was like participate and earn free, I think we might have a greater adoption and understanding in it. But, hey, the thing I remember from Mickey B. Fresh is to get in early, participate early across the participant. The longer there's a low amount of participation in the emissions program, the greater our rewards for those of us who are participating. And Mickey B. Fresh talked about that in the early days in 2020, along with Patty XRP and Lars. He talked about that. Get in early, participate, and you're going to earn a significant amount. Well, that to me is horizontal growth. The participation is growing our stack horizontally, and then when Moon, we're all going to benefit. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. But yeah, horizontal growth is just something that came up. And man, I love the fact that there's opportunities to grow our stats sideways. It's like when you're in corporate America and you're working, one of the terminologies was up is not the only way. Up is not the only way. Well, it wasn't. Sometimes you had to take a lateral move to a different job to get different skill sets in order to be able to stack your skills to be able to then go up. And so certainly up is not the only way. The same thing applies with Flare. Up is not the only way to really grow right now. Sideways, horizontal growth by participating, by earning the free Flare is another way to go as well. After the bull run, XRP crashed, I don't know. It's hard to say. Here's the thing. I don't really know. I'm not a prognosticator, but I don't really know. But I'm just thinking about the fact that we're in a different political environment. Crypto's in a different environment than we've ever been, right? We now have a friendly administration of crypto. And the adoption from an institutional perspective is coming on board. So crash may be relative. XRP is $3 right now. Well, what if with all of this institutional participation, XRP shoots up to $10 and the crash is $5. Well, I don't really count that as a crash. You know what I mean? I don't really count that as a crash. So, and I'm not waiting for XRP to go back down to be stacking. You know, if you look at some of my Twitter posts, you know, I'm buying XRP every week, you know, and so I want XRP. I want a lot of XRP because I'm going to be earning yield. And again, this is a deep dive I'll do on Firelight. I'm going to be earning yield on my XRP for staking. There are other protocols being built on Firelight to also simultaneously use that token to ensure other things as well. So you're going to be earning just for staking, and then you're going to be able to use some of that in a different protocol as well to earn as well as that. Then you're going to be able to swap that over to an ST and use that in Flare as an FXRP version of it and earn yield in those places as well. So the fact that you have all of those use cases coming, plus you can take and collateralize your staked XRP and create a stable coin if you wanted to do something, and then lend that out and earn additional yield. So I need to increase my bag of XRP. I've got, obviously, I've got a sizable bag of Flare, and any potential opportunities, obviously I would add to that position, but I really don't think I need to add much more Flare because I'm growing my stack horizontally, right, through the participation. I don't think I need to add any more. I put some money in stables. I'm earning that Flare emissions. I don't think I need to add any more. I need to add more XRP because XRP inside of Flare and with its liquidity and with the institutional, XRP is going to be something that's going to also earn me Flare. You dig? You understand what I'm saying? By having XRP, by staking the XRP, by participating in Firelight, I'm also going to be earning Flare. The 2 billion tokens that were approved by Flare to engage us, to participate and reward participation, it's going to be huge for XRP. So there's also going to be Flare emissions that are going to come on board when we have XRP and we bring it and stake it in Firelight, and then we use that in other protocols. There's going to be more Flare emissions, Flare rewards. So I'm now pivoting to stacking XRP through weekly buys, through swapping out some of my rewards maybe on Steer Protocol, some of my rewards maybe on SparkDex through the dividend program. I'm swapping those out, and I'm swapping them out for XRP. So I'm in now the accumulation phase of XRP because XRP is going to provide me more Flare as well as more yield for my XRP when I use it in Firelight and other different protocols that they're building. So guys, we are on, I don't think we realize truly what we're on the verge of with Flare and XRP. And remember, one of Flare's big investors is Ripple, right? So Flare came about with a purpose of, unlocking the economic value of those non-smart contract tokens. One of the big investors was XRP Ripple, right? So, Flare has everything that they need in order to be successful. The community is not very patient, but they have everything they need in order to be successful. And then they have the institutional backing coming in as well. We know about Vivo Power, we know about Crypto.com, we know about Uphold. We know, those of us who are XRP people, we know BitTrue is going to play ball. We know that. We know Kraken's going to play ball. You know what I mean? We know that, right? And we know eventually all the exchanges are going to jump on because they can't have their XRP sitting on there and their people not having the ability to earn yield when everyone else is earning it. So 100% is going to be a great adoption at the crypto exchange level, and more institutional money is coming. Tim says, hey, how about leveraging S-Flare via Cyclo? Oh, 100%. Yeah, 100%. That would be great. I'm sure that'll be the case. I'm sure once the XRP stuff rolls out, 100%. Cyclo is crazy. Cyclo is crazy. 209% just for holding the Cyclo token. That's ridiculous. Like, to not be participating, I felt like I'm wasting a lot of free opportunities to earn Flare. Cyclo's paying 209% APR just for holding the Cyclo token. I gotta swap it on SparkDex. Remember, you can't just mint it. You gotta swap it to get it. But again, that's participation in the ecosystem. So the emissions program, the rewards, the 2 billion Flare is paying you for participating. You're earning rFLR from doing that every month just by holding on the Cyclo token. You don't have to do anything. You go get the Cyclo token from SparkDex, you hold it in your wallet, and you're earning rFLR emissions rewards for that. Okay, leveraging STXP on Cyclo. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that STX. You're right, Gustavo. I'm pretty sure ST staked XRP will definitely have a huge APY or APR on Cyclo as well, just like we have currently right now. 100%. That's why I said I'm stacking XRP even more now, because the rewards are going to be massive for XRP. The rewards are good right now. Trust me, they're very good. I mean, I don't know, between me, you, and the lamppost, I probably have earned over 500,000 free Flare just by participating in the ecosystem. Easily. Yes, Tim, or use Kinetic via loan, the USDTO, ultimately get XRP 100%. There's going to be massive rewards paid out when FXRP and Firelight roll out. Watch and participate and get in early, because once the masses of the XRP community really get it, right now a lot of them don't get it. They're still into the hodling mindset, but they're starting to get it. Some of the major influencers are going to start talking more and more about Flare, right? Think about when the Bearable Bull, you already have Jungle Link, you have Crypto Siege, you got Jenna XRP, but think about when some of those other big XRP influencers start talking about Flare and the way to earn these rewards. So early participation, the early bird always gets the worm. So early participation means you're going to benefit by accumulating more rewards in terms of free Flare when XRP rolls out. Agree with you, Gustavo. Cyclo is a gem. Cyclo is a cheat code. Are you kidding me right now? You're going to give me 209% just for me holding your token? I'll take that all day long, because I know when Flare goes up in price, if Flare goes up to 4 or 5 cents, I've already doubled that 209%. So it's a 100% gem, and it's a cheat code. It's absolutely good. Yep, you got it, Tim. It is. It's crazy good. It was a mind twist for me, buddy. Listen, when I saw that, I was like, why wouldn't I do this? Like, what's the problem? So I immediately swapped, and then I did a video and showed you guys that. Yeah, Cyclo is crazy. It's just for holding the token. It's just for holding the token. You get paid free Flare, so you can't beat that. Okay, Kojak, I need to swap my 7K position and go this route. I just have to figure out which route to go. Flare is a massive ecosystem. 100%, yeah. Listen, like I said, I was telling you earlier, even if you just took your 7K and went into stables and went into SparkDex and did an LP pair of like USDTO and USDC or USC, USDX and USDT, even if you just did that, even if you just put it there, now you got a stable coin LP pair, which you're not going to have any permanent loss. You're not going to lose anything at all because it's two stable coins against one another. But then you're going to be earning Flare tokens. Like, that's how I earned a lot of my Flare tokens. I just went into the LP pair. I already had a big sizable stack, but then through the rFLR program, because I did the LP pair and put that money in the LP pair, I just started earning 16, 15, 17,000 tokens a month. And, and you see some of my screenshots, there's some days when my rFLR emissions are released, there's some days where I'm earning, $5, $3, $5, $15, $17, $19 a day in terms of free Flare being released through the rFLR emissions program. So 100%, even if you just took your 7K position and did that, if you're in a position where it's USDT or USDC, you're going to win on that one, even if you did. So no losing in this situation, because we're early. We're very early. The price is really low. I mean, listen, we're already down 99% on most of our crypto assets. Like, really, where's it going to go? How much lower is it going to go? And it won't be there for long, because everybody, I think Crypto Siege said it the other day on his video, everybody's talking about Flare. Everybody's talking about Flare. And those of us who've been around for a while, know Cardano. Those of us who've been around know Cardano. And we know what Cardano did. It went from like 2 cents to like $2. And it seemed like every day it was up 50%, 75%, 100%. I don't think Cardano has anything on Flare. I don't think it is even close to having anything on Flare. So, I think the price is being manipulated now, but that's okay. I don't care, because I'm stacking with horizontal growth, and I'm continuing to add. Kojak Cross, Steve, you're the man. You need a building and a centralized Flare eco program. Yeah, no doubt, no doubt, man. Listen, hey, listen, Kojak, I'd like my building to be somewhere around here. Somewhere around here. I think there's a lot of eco-friendly things that happen around the beach. So I absolutely want it to be somewhere around here. Some of my best videos on Flare have been when I've been at the beach. So, I thought, let me go live and talk at the beach again. For one, I got some time. The mind's a little more clear. I'm not as busy right now, and I like talking Flare. I mean, that's just something I like, talking Flare. I'm always listening to content. I'm always consuming it. I like it. I see the long-term potential. I see the opportunities to make money. And at the end of the day, I don't care who you are. We are in crypto to make money. I don't care who you are. You can dress it up any way you want to, but we are in crypto to make money. At least I am. You know what I mean? Yeah. Listen, this is Puerto Rico. This is Palmas del Mar. Palmas del Mar. I will. Yep. Ski mask. I will. I think it will. Yeah, it should replay. Yeah, it should replay. Shouldn't be a problem with that. It should be available as soon as we end. But this is Palmas del Mar, Puerto Rico. And Puerto Rico, of course, is U.S. territory. You don't need a passport to come here if you're a U.S. citizen. And we're in a resort area. This one is owned by Wyndham, and I'm also down here because I do commercial real estate, and I've got some land to sell, and I want to talk to the ownership. At least the general managers in this property and some other resort properties around, because I got some really good land to sell with ocean view. So that's why I'm here. Palmas del Mar, Humacao, Puerto Rico. Palmas del Mar. So cool. Any other questions, guys? Any other questions? Battery's running low. Let's see. Tim said Zorro, Flare all day, every day. Ever ZVCN. We have ever seen yet Flare is going to be the go-to to address. Absolutely, address AI. Yeah. Machine learning. They've already got a paper out, academic paper out on machine learning. Dr. Orinusha, one of the co-founders with Hugo, and Sean Rowan, she already wrote. She's like a triple-level PhD, like rocket scientist, and they already have a machine learning paper. Yeah, AI, yeah. We haven't even gotten there yet. Think about it. We're on Fassets. Hugo's talked about Fasset isn't even the top 10 in his mind of use case and utility for Flare. And we're talking about a multi-billion-dollar influx of capital from Fassets. And it's not even the top 10 use case in his mind. So, man, I gotta spend some time, and I see a lot of similarities between Steve Jobs and Hugo, and I got to spend some time kind of assimilating some information, and then I'll work on disseminating it, put it together. But I think we're dealing with like some very highly intelligent people that are doing Flare. I don't think we have any idea really what we've stumbled in. I think we stumbled into something good. I've stumbled into a lot of bad things, but I think this is one that I've definitely stumbled into that is a good thing. So maybe this is life's way of karma, balancing things out for me, because Lord knows I've stumbled into some bad things. This one, I feel pretty darn good about it, and I'm pretty excited about the potentials, the long-term and the short-term. Stacking Flare through the rewards emissions program, participating on Songbird collateral program, gives me free XRP, gives me free Flare. The Songbird token is 0.006, something like that right now, right? 0.006. Yeah, Tim, Flare, the blockchain for data. Data is the new oil, 100%. Data is the new oil, and it's been the new oil, but it's nothing like it's going to be. And so, yes, data, having the ability, consensus, right? Feeding AI. I mean, data is the new oil, 100%. And Flare is the blockchain for data. Also, remember, there was a couple of taglines and slogans which were connect everything and all the money. I don't know if you remember that. They changed those taglines a couple of times. Now it's Flare is the blockchain for data. But hey, early on, remember, it was Flare is the blockchain for everything and Flare connecting all the money. So I remember those things, I remember those things. And yep, 100%, Tim. Yep, they sure did. Yep, Zorro. 100%, all the money. Now we're starting to get a concept and a perspective on what they meant by all the money and connecting everything. You know, we're still talking about protocol managed wallets, PMW and TEEs. Protocol managed wallets means you don't even have to take your crypto off of where it's at. Flare can find a way to spend it and let you use it in DeFi. What? You don't even have to, you're not really even bridging anything in essence. You're just, you know why that is? Is because of the data connector. The FDC, the state connector, it's been called a couple of different things, but basically it's able to go read something on the Web 2 and Web 3, whether it's a blockchain. It can read it, see what the balances are, see what the current state is, and then it's able to monetize that without necessarily removing custody in many respects. So I think PMW is going to be huge as well, right? Huge as well. Okay, what'd you say, Ski Mask? I'm sorry. Did you say if you could save this live stream to be watched again later? Yeah, I should be able to do that. I think it's should be already set up to automatically turn into. But I will. When I end this video, I'll make sure that it is saved. And if it is not, I'm going to do another deep dive. I'm going to do a deep dive on Songbird. I'm going to do a deep dive on rFLR emissions because I don't think people really understand that. I know people don't really understand it. And certainly I'm going to do a deep dive, another deep dive as well. So I really, you're so welcome, Ski Mask. I really want to make sure people understand that right now is a great time to be building your horizontal portfolio growth, building it horizontally. Don't worry about when, moon, stack, add, and when you already have a token that you don't have to sell to stack and add more, it's a cheat code, right? We have the inflation through the FTSO rewards. We have the rFLR rewards programs where we're earning XRP, we're earning more Flare, which of course is an airdrop, which of course brings more FTSO delegation rewards. And then, you know, I mean, that's a cheat code. So I want to make sure people understand that. That was primarily the purpose of doing this stream because I'm getting ready to claim my Songbird Fassets rFLR emission rewards that are now available. They come twice a month, every 2 weeks, just like staking rewards, if you're staking. And yeah, no problem. You're welcome. And yeah, I don't know. I think that's it, guys. Unless you have any other questions, I appreciate you guys all joining the live stream. This is really my first live stream I was able to do. And of course, you know, it worked at the beach. So, you know, I guess maybe that's a sign I need to just stay at the beach and do more videos from the beach on Flare and Songbird because now I've got a cooperative internet stream. So, well, thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Great questions. Thanks so much. I'm going to go ahead and shut this down. Those of you who came from my guy, Crypto Siege, appreciate you. Thanks so much for joining. And of course, you know, I'll be back on. I'm always checking out Crypto Siege. He's great content, great guy, very knowledgeable, very super smart dude. And so glad that he makes himself available to the XRP and the Flare community every day. I like consuming content on those. And I'm so grateful that Siege makes himself available to do that every day because I love the fact that we can get a quick update from him. I think that's it, guys. I'm going to shut it off right now. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comment. And I will make sure